Well, hi, good morning. Thank you for joining me in my shop. Today is July 3rd, and what a messy shop I've got here. So today I think what I'm going to concentrate on with this radio is just replacing these old capacitors here. I think I'm going to get on with that process. There's 4 on top here, and I think there's a couple underneath. And of particular interest will be a couple of, or one electrolytic capacitor that has to do with the FM. So I'm going to stay focused on the FM side of things on this radio and see if we can't get that working well. Okay, so one here, one there, and one around the back here to change. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and do them. The technique I'm going to use is I'm going to nip them so the wires are exposed. This one's easy, it's got lots of wires on it. These other ones not so much. But I'll nip them so the wires remain above the board, and then I can put the new capacitor on the old wire leads. That's the plan. Very good. I'll get into that. Oh, I thought you might get a kick out of seeing this one coming out. What a mess. So I'm trying to cut this with the longest lead possible. What did I get there? What a mess. The outside foil's coming right out. Okay. Quite the mess in there. But I think I see the wire. Yeah. It's a messy job. Okay, I've replaced 4 of these old kind of capacitors. This is the only one that's got leads on it that I can test. So let's put this guy on the tester. Of course, what's happened is I just unplugged my camera there by accident. Stepping on a cord here. Let me just plug it back in. Okay, let's see if this brings it back to life. Captured device could not be found. Uh-oh. Okay, back in business here. And our capacitor for testing. My bench has gotten too messy here. It's got too many things just laying around on it now. I gotta take some time and clean it up. Okay, so what I'm going to do, when I flip this switch, 50 volts will be put across this capacitor. During the charge up and the current flow, this will close. When the current stops flowing after the capacitor is charged, this will open. Kind of like you see it now. I know it's a little hard to see, but there's an open pie down at the bottom here. Okay, if it's a good capacitor, it will look like that. If it's a bad capacitor, it'll stay closed. So it's about halfway. So it's halfway good. Not really, no. This is a low voltage, 50 volts. This is leaking on 50 volts. Here's the rest of the guys I took out. Okay, so I did 4 capacitors without testing the radio because I feel pretty certain of what I'm doing. That's kind of like famous last words, isn't it? So what we're going to do is we're going to fire up the radio here and make sure it still works. expected. Good show. Good. Okay. Here we go. Now I believe my antenna booster, you might see the coil is not switched on at the moment. And the radar's on FM, I believe, anyway, so it shouldn't really matter. I think it's switched to FM. Yes, it is. Okay, how much difference did this make? Well, it didn't do anything about the hum. That hum is strange. Somebody talking. Well, it's working.
Sometimes you have a woman who can drink, this is the way they put it, they drink the guys under the table, right? And it's a sign that she has this masculine position. I'm trying to think, maybe it's in Zero Dark Thirty.
Not very good.
It's a Jessica Chastain film somewhere where she does that.
What's the hum? Jeepers. What is that? Oh boy. Okay, just for fun, while we have it on, we might as well try broadcast. It's picking up something. Where the guy had the green wire soldered was really the good spot on here for sure. Is there something that should be hooked up to this spot that's not hooked up to it? That's a great spot. Did the guy, the wire I soldered here, the broken wire. Why is it all clicky like that? I'm using a pencil, is that why? It could be. Yeah, pencil's a little bit conductive, I think. Oh yeah. Never ever done that before. So, radar's working. That's about all I can say. Let's see if we can get a better station. Where are we here? We're at 590. That is the better station. Well, going back to the FM side of things. Wow. The hum. I don't know what I'm doing. That gets rid of it. That makes it stronger. I think the hum is getting worse, it seems. Oh my, it's directional? What? What would that be? That suggests something in my shop is doing this hum. I don't really have things in my shop that can hum like that. What could it possibly be? I don't know. That's a real mystery. This thing supposedly is picking this up out of my shop. My other radio doesn't pick this up. Little transistor one didn't. Did it? I tried this already, didn't I?
Like to write, but it's alcohol, and because he's just in this.
Or more in the middle of the band 100.
Just to crap, just screaming like, hey, feel like
That's no hum. Okay. Let's turn it off. Don't know what that weird hum is. A couple more things that can be done. Obviously, I could change this guy, or put some new ones in to replace this leaking monster here. The radio's not humming so bad. That's why I haven't done it. There's a curious, what looks like an electrolytic capacitor there. It's a big long thing, and both ends look the same. There's another electrolytic over here. This one, that's curious. This one's curious. I wonder if I can read the value on it or read some information off of it before I take it out and then realize I don't have anything to go in. Well, I have some double-ended capacitors. They're really meant for crossovers and things like that. There's no writing on it at all. This other one says 2 microfarads. So this other one is the right size here for the FM detector. But physically, it's not quite in the right position. A little too early in the radio. This one's in the right position, but I think it's something else. I think this is probably the FN capacitor. We should really change that. The 2 microfarad. Okay, a little bit of a break time here now. Okay, let's try testing the capacitor I took out here. Two microfarad capacitor. So this is testing as a 3 3000 nanofards, 0.003. No, it's supposed to be a 0.002. No, 2. Should be a 2. This is terrible. This is showing 3. No, this is showing... okay, just not enough copy this morning. So that was 3 microfarads. It's measuring 3 microfarads, and it's supposed to be 2. I don't think that means it's extra good. I think that means it's leaky. All electrolytics are leaky to some degree. So not too sure just how to interpret that test. But we're going to play the radio and find out if it made any difference. Okay, volume down. Power on. So this has an important function in the detector or discriminator in the FM tuner part of the radio. And so it could result in muffled sound, I'm pretty sure. And also tuning that's unbalanced. That's the best thing I can say. Turn this up. We're running only on 95 volts here. That's a new sound. Gee. What's going on there? Okay, turn around.
Somebody Phil. You might know him as the creator of one of the most popular sitcoms ever, Everybody Loves Raymond, which is a hit now in retrospect, but when it was pitched had everything against it. Phil Rosenthal had never run a show before. Ray Romano, the star, stand-up comedian, not an actor. But anyway, his story about it is incredible. Watch Ray Romano.
Probably an alignment effort might help with this. Come on. What is it? Pick this whole radio up and carry it somewhere? Seems a little dangerous. That's weird. That's just weird. I just don't know anything in my shop that would cause this kind of interference, and it only shows up on this radio. And it's not so directional now. The station's directional. Plug falling out the back. I don't know what to say about that. Huh. That's a strange thing. Okay, so I'm calling it quits here today. I got an early start this morning, so it's a beautiful day outside again today, and that's where I'm heading. So don't know what to make of the hum here. Don't know what to do about this mysterious component here. I'm not sure what it is exactly. There's probably a few more of those tired capacitors. But how do you get a hum like that? How do you get a hum like that? Can I ask it again? I don't know. Okay, well, have a great day. I'm going to ponder this today, and I don't know what I'll do tomorrow. Maybe go back to the AM antenna. Roadblocks at every turn. See you later.